Good evening, chat. How are we doing? Oh, Helen, what's going on? Oh dear. Oh dear. There's a lot of echoing going on. Let me get rid of all of that. That must have been hellish. It is indeed. This is still my volume. Right, you can just shut up. My phone has decided that the volume that I'm telling it just doesn't want to listen to it. So let's just get rid of that. My phone, you don't get to be here anymore. What's people saying? Hellish. Hellenish. This is what I wanted, was to just be like, well, I've got to introduce video and other people into this in a way that people will remember it by. So just like having you just like gradually flopping around in the background. I was gonna pretend that like the video was up on your feed, but like you were so chilled before, I'm like, no, I'm never gonna pull that off. Just like Ellen's a professional, she's just gonna blame me entirely for everything. Oh, Helen, no sound. Oh, I'm really sorry. I meant to throw your sound up. You've been silent. You've been a silent person this entire time. Everyone's been missing out. Can people hear Helen?
Hello, hi, this is me, Helen Montage.
You're much, yeah.
Oh my god. Helen sound.
I think it's yeah. All right, chat said. Thank you, chat, for dealing with my incompetence once again and pointing it out. As always, Helen. You see, this is what I've done the whole time. Is I've said that technical difficulties is part of my brand, and just like having being crap.
I mean, it is. It's also like you are very, very used to technical difficulties.
Well, this is exactly it. I deal with technical difficulties all the time, and like it's part of the game. And if there weren't technical difficulties, I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't have a line of work if there weren't problems. If there wasn't stuff breaking all the time. If there weren't things that people hadn't considered or taken into account when they deployed whatever nonsense it was into the cloud or the server or the thing, then they wouldn't need to hire me, because like it would just work, wouldn't it?
What are you holding?
Oh, this is how I control things. This is what I do. Look, if I can, hang on, let me bring that up. So yeah, this is how I do streams, is with a wireless keyboard and mouse. So I just need it's one big thing to lose. So like if I put it down, I can be like, where's my big thing, and then I can pick it back up again. So like, yeah. It's
ADHD friendly.
Yeah, it's very. All of my that's the other part of my brand, is just like coping mechanisms for losing things all of the time.
So
I've got my Switch controller that I use is like the biggest, most obvious Switch controller.
Wow!
So that I can always be like,
is that a rocket? It looks like a spaceship.
It's an R-wing. It's
wow.
Yeah, so it's a great big spaceship. So I can just put that down and be like, where did I put it? And it's there. I just grab it really easily.
Very good.
I can see chat all going like, I want one. I should have bought a load of them from Wix like beforehand, and then then just started selling them. And be like, yeah, these are Martin controllers, Martin branded crappy controllers.
Okay. Okay, Lego's asking, what are the crime plans for this evening?
What are the crime plans this evening? Well, that's a very good, like, smooth transition into the thing. All right, let me transition across. I made you a little frame out of Mars Delight wrappers, because I know we were talking about Mars Delights the other day. And
thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Am I going to be moving the whole time?
So I practiced before, and I was like, it'd be seamless. It'll take like 3 seconds. And now that it's actually happening, I'm like, it's taking slightly more than 3 seconds to do.
Oh, was this meant to stop?
This will stop. There we go. I know what I'm doing, Helen. I'm a professional.
I believe you. I believe you.
And that's it. That's exactly the point. That's how I get away with everything, is that people believe me when I tell them that I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing.
I mean, I will say to you, that's an active choice that I am making to believe you. Like, that is out of the generosity of my heart.
Right. Well, you so in our in one of our excellent conversations that we have over TikTok, because that is the that is the main platform that we communicate on. You suggested to me.
I think I said in order Hannibal goose cake.
That is exactly right. So I've got for us tonight. I've got as a Hannibal and I've got as a goose. I didn't prepare with a cake because I was like, I'll give Helen the choice of cake so she can know that I'm basically magic and can give her a choice of cake. Or yeah. So what kind of cake do you want? Or what kind of cake is your favourite?
Okay, so my favourite kind of cake is chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
But for the purposes of this stream, we should make that like one of those like failed cakes. Like we should use a picture of one of those ones that says like you tried, or like a cake that's meant to be like a cute squirrel and just looks like a monstrosity.
Oh my god, fail cakes is a really good Google search. I would definitely recommend. Oh, I definitely think. Okay, all right. There's a Pinterest. I don't think it's chocolate, but like it's a pretty.
That's okay. I am for the purpose of the stream. I'm very interested in terrible cakes.
You're very interested in terrible cakes. All right, let's make sure that I've. How many? Oh,
vague. Yes. I have seen. I follow that TikTok account that makes terrible cake recipes from the Depression.
There we go. Look at
I'm sure I've sent one of them to you, Martin.
Have you? Oh yeah, I love. Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
I mean, it's gonna be delicious, isn't it? Whichever one it is.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Right. So, I'm first. Yeah. So, I'm gonna start. I think with taking the wonderful. You gotta take Madge Mikkelsen's face because, like, look at it. Look at it. Look at this. Like, who?
He has a very good face.
Yeah, and it's always the same. Like, or at least in like his promo shots, it's like very consistent. I think he's got like a very consistent.
For Hannibal, yes, but he does have some versatility.
Oh, yeah.
In his head area. Beards are one aspect of his versatility.
Oh, I don't think I've seen him with very many beards. What's he in with a beard?
Only a little. Some of the Danish stuff.
Some of the. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. He's not. Alright, so let's start getting rid of some background stuff.
I love that the promo images for Hannibal are all like him looking like very like stately and, you know, kind of sinister, but the actual vibe of the show is just gay murder chaos.
Gay murder chaos. Is that very...
That's what... Have you not seen it, Martin?
I actually haven't. I haven't seen much of it because it's scary. I don't like scary shows. Don't like scary TV shows specifically. Like,
it is scary, but it's also quite funny.
Is it quite funny?
At times, but in a very dark way. In the way that like somebody has to say with a very straight face, Peter is your social worker in that horse. And he is in the horse.
That sounds really funny, actually. Maybe I will watch it.
Yeah, it is very gross. It is occasionally extremely gross, but also very beautiful at the same time, which is part of the appeal.
Yeah, that's because whenever I've seen it, it's just looked very kind of like very cultured. Everyone's sat down. It's very calm, and then like it's obviously I understand the concept. It's about a cannibal person, and I'm like that sounds very sinister.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they'll sit down and they'll have a nice dinner party, and then Hannibal will make puns about how he eats people. Anywho, let's see what you're doing. Just so you know, what I'm watching is very pixelated, so it's even more cursed than I think it actually is.
Is it even worse?
Yeah. Like I'm comparing it to the Twitch stream, and
I'll explain what I've been doing. So the first thing I did was just cut out all of the background color, and then I'm just doing a crop by hand to cut his face out and get that in the copy paste bin, which I'm just going to paste now to a layer before I forget about it. So there he is. It's just there in a layer.
Yes.
So we're gonna.
Yes, there he is.
You can start to see how this may look. So I want to get rid of the. I thought about getting rid of the goose's face because I think that's just going to confuse things in the grand scheme of the image. So
yes, it could,
I'm going to be using a clone tool for that. I'm trying to turn it into like Neil Buchanan. You know how he like made a generation of artists with like PVA glue. I'm trying to do the same with open source software to be like.
Who's Neil Buchanan, Martin?
What? From Art Attack, the best show in the entire world.
Oh, I don't know the names of anybody from the shows I watched when I was a kid. I remember there was a Blue Peter presenter called Katie.
Oh, Katie, yes, I think I remember Katie.
And I thought she was hot when I was a kid.
I remember, my Blue Peter push was Connie Hook.
Yes, Connie Hook, also quite hot.
Where is that? Yeah, there it is. So we're going to get a bit of background and we're just going to remove the goose's face using the background tool. So
off it goes.
Yeah, there we go.
Goodbye, goose face.
Just rub it out. Just go away. And
we barely knew you.
I know. There he goose.
Goose bye.
So you got a really nice laugh for all of my crappy puns. Some people don't like laugh at them; they just do the groan. But like, yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice to have an actual laugh. I reckon that'll be enough goose head to go. So like, let's start to size size this and make sure it looks right. Okay.
Make sure it looks right.
Make sure it looks right.
You just...
Yeah. He's got to look right, Helen. It's got to look like it makes sense. It's got to make sense. Otherwise, where we'll be? We'll be nonsense, wouldn't it? Be like...
It would indeed. This picture of Hannibal is a...
It's going to be like...
I am the horrible cannibal that lives in the town.
The horrible cannibal goose. That's what it's going to be. Cannibal goose. Magnificent. See? This is at least as good as I wanted it to be. All right,
I've immediately got Tim's song in my head. Do you know Tim's Goose song?
I don't know Tim's Goose song. No, how does Tim's Goose song go?
Goose, a goose, a goose. A very hungry goose is loose. Da 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 da. It's very catchy.
It sounds it. No.
The goose has got a knife, a knife, a knife. Goose, that's what it's called.
I love Tim's songs. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. That's gonna be in my listen along list. Like as soon as the stream ends. So let's get him. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. You don't want to copy things into the wrong layer, Helen, because once again.
Oh no, that would mess the whole thing up.
Therein lies nonsense. So like, let's just get a few feathers just in his neck to make him look a part of the picture. Because I'm becoming a professional now, Helen. So like, I have to have like some kind of standards that make it make sense. See, it adds to it.
I was about to say, Martin, you've been a professional from the start, and then you zoomed out.
Yeah, of course. Oh, you know what? You know what this is missing? You know what? I've made a mistake here. Right? I'm going back to...
all right.
I'm going back to... I'm going to have to re-Google the image. Yeah, re-Google. Because, you see, geese... It's not a goose, is it? Unless it's got a bill. Actually, you know what? It doesn't have to be the same bill. You can just get any bill. Like, you don't. No one remembers which goose bill it was. All right.
It was an orange bill.
It was orange. Yeah, that was one thing. Now, do you want an angry goose or do you want a calm? I think he's a very calm goose, isn't he? I think an angry goose would look weird.
I think he should be a very calm goose that is nonetheless extremely threatening.
Very Oh, okay. All right, I think I've got the one. I think I know. I think I've.
You've got the one. You've got the perfect beak.
Yeah. Because a lot of them have got their mouths open, and it's very like at you. I know, which is a little bit much for you doing. I can't see you on camera at the minute.
Can you imagine? I'm just imagining Mads Mikkelsen honking like a goose now.
Oh yeah, I bet he would as well. Oh, I should have tagged it. I should have tagged it in him in the vague idea that he may eventually see this one day, and then be like,
he might. You never know.
I mean, this might reach him. Yeah.
You've got fucking Paul from Star Kid raiding Mike.
That's true.
So who knows? The sky is the Oh, John Mattison, I guess is his proper name.
Yeah. This is
Paul from Paul.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, we were. I was just happy for Star Kid. I love Star Kid. Like because they did Potter musical, didn't they? And it was like
yes, they did a Harry Potter musical and a Harry Potter sequel and a Harry Potter senior year.
Yeah, and they're just my versions of the story now. Like that is how the story happens in my head now. Is the way that they tell it, and entire like the whole universe way that they explain it explains it all to me in a way that feels real to me and feels like it makes sense. So like.
Yes, in my head, Voldemort will always be tap dancing.
Quirrell. So good.
Quirrell.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
To dance again. I've been waiting all these years. I've not even started this fucking cocktail.
Oh, we haven't even talked about the cocktail. What did we call it? What did we call it?
We called it Fanny Snaps.
Fanny Snaps. This is a Fanny Snaps chat. In case you're wondering. Do you want to explain Fanny Snaps to the crowd?
It is Fanta and peach schnapps. Because Fanta was the only mixer I had in the fridge.
Oh, this is so good. This is exactly what I wanted. All right.
Okay.
We're just
gonna get it
at the right level.
He lined it up with his mouth. Yes.
You gotta line it up, right? And then hang on, let's get it with his nose line, and then is that in. The trouble is this. Let me get this layer to the full size so it can get out of my face.
Do you think you need to like lengthen the beak a bit?
Lengthen the beak a bit. What, out to the left?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad
long beak.
I shouldn't have. All right. Let me undo that thing that I just did.
Oh, to avoid confusion in the chat. Fanny snaps. Fanny snaps. Fanny snaps.
Fanny snaps. Just keep saying it, and eventually we'll patent it.
Oh, bow tie. They're demanding a bow tie.
Bow tie. Oh, very good. Okay, bow tie. Yeah. Is he wearing he's wearing a tie and the other thing, so I won't grab it from there. I'll grab it from someone else. Is that long enough, do you reckon, or should I do it a little bit long? Do you want more length, Helen? Do you like it long?
Give me the longest beak you can.
Give it long. Give it really long.
A long beak.
Oh. Love it when there's a long beak. Oh. Oh, look at all that beak.
The longest beak in the land.
Doesn't even fit on the screen anymore. That's all the beak you can have. I'm
in such a silly mood, but I've just got to put in oh yes, that's what I want.
Yeah, this is what you want. All right. This is the kind of level of entertainment that I want people to start to expect from things that are solely me making, or at least like that are solely coming from platforms that I am responsible for. Go with that.
I love it very much.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've played like 2 and a bit hours of Stardew Valley with my pal Jamie, being very silly with him, so I'm in a very silly mood.
Yeah, you guys have such like great energy. It's just like really nice. You clearly know each other. Like you just know each other so well. So like,
yeah, our friendship dynamic is he bullies me.
Yeah.
And that's how you know it's real.
That's how you know that like someone's a real friend is if you go to them like, oh, I've had a really hard day. Can you be nice to you? And they're like, no, shut up, you twat. Go with yourself.
Also, I was trying to plant some grapes, and grapes are on like those rack things. I don't know if you play Stardew Valley.
No, but yeah, keep talking.
So like you have to place them very carefully because they're solid blocks.
Oh yeah.
So you can't put them in a line with other stuff around them. You have to leave space to walk around and water them. And I completely forgot and did like 6 in a little block and then trapped myself inside
You
the crate.
trapped yourself in the thing. You Sims pulled yourself, did you? When you trap you take the things away.
And I was like, Jamie, I'm stuck. And he was like, you twat. And didn't even help me. And then I had to destroy the grapes to get out. Oh. Anyway, it's fun.
Sweet. Is that enough? Okay.
Oh, look. Yes, Martin, yes.
Let me go get a bow tie. We haven't even done the cake bit yet, but
that's okay.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, the decision on where to put the bow tie is going to be an interesting one.
It's funny that chat thinks that they have
it.
They get to. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I haven't just yeah. What's chat thinking? What are their crazy thoughts? Their creative input that I enjoy observing and being like, oh, that's very interesting.
Put it on the butt.
Put it on the butt. A butt tie. Okay.
Around his body, like he's been tied up with a little, like a present.
Okay, tied up like a present. Okay, but around the butt. I can manage that. I think I can manage that. Are there any decisions on colours or
blue.
Blue.
Duck egg blue.
Duck egg blue.
Yeah, because he's killed a load of ducks. And he's proud of it.
Is it made of duck eggs?
Yeah. He taunts the ducks with his attire.
Alright.
Also, yeah, the chat is united on butt tie.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's good to unite the chat on something. Alright. Oh, I'm going to get advertised a load of bow ties now. It's going to be like, do you want a bow tie and to buy this DVD box set of Hannibal? And, are you in the market for a goose? It's like, whoa, this is a big bow tie. Oink.
I might send you like a Hannibal out of context video.
Let's put it
Hannibal. Oh my god. I know what video I'll send you. There's this video of a scene in it where someone has just like morphed their faces. Like, so that their foreheads are massive or their mouths are massive.
Oh, so it's like GoldenEye cheats, where you like get big heads.
I don't know how to explain it. Or like their chests are like, they look like Kingpin.
Yeah.
But they're having a very serious discussion.
Yeah.
And it's extremely funny.
This is one of the things that I love about image editing in the way that I do, is that sometimes you'll get an image and it'll just be so many times larger than everything else, and it just looks like complete nonsense.
Oh my god!
Let's bring you down a few pixels. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, always shoves it over here as well. Come here. Come here. There we go. Right, let's put the little butt tie in there. Right, now I'm not going to screw myself over for later. What I want to do, what I'm going to do. Now it's going to be fine. Okay, shove you there, and then it's not it's not at the right angle for it to make any sense. We need to rotate it because it's falling into the plane of the image, or something.
Diagonal.
There we go. That will work. I'm gonna just name my layer so I don't. I'm just gonna call him Mad. Is it Mad or Mads?
Mads. It's Mads.
Let's go with Mads. And then
his brother. I can't remember his brother's name, but he was in Sherlock.
Really?
Yeah, he was like. He was in season 3, and he was the one that, spoilers for Sherlock season 3, he was the one who Sherlock shot and then like gave himself up for.
Oh, cool.
He was the one with like the library, but the library was in his head.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that one. Lars Mikkelsen. Mads and Lars.
Don't usually do.
I think I might look up that video of the distorted Hannibal thing.
Oh, cool.
Just I don't forget.
Oh, audio's getting choppy.
Oh God, right? What the fuck am I gonna Google? Oh, right. Sorry. It's because I opened Google Chrome. It'll probably go back. Am I back?
You are back, yes. You did a thing and then all of your technology broke, which was marvellous. Because, as I've said before,
yeah,
that is who I am. And
that's what happens when I do anything.
We're here to show
while on any kind of call.
Yeah, it's just there to break.
Okay, I'm gonna do it on my phone then. Hannibal distorted video. I don't know if.
Yeah,
if it'll come up with the right thing.
That sounds like a thing, Helen, that you've said that a task that you've given yourself that you're asking me advice for.
Yeah. I found it. Okay, no, that's too big. How do I get I can download the video. I've downloaded the video.
You've downloaded it. Okay. Is your intention to give this to me now and for me to somehow consume it right now? Because I'm excited.
No. You don't have to consume it right now. I'm sending it to you so that oh God, his fucking massive forehead. Oh, my files are too powerful. Okay.
Oh yeah, I hate that about Discord. It's just like, you want to share something big? You're not allowed. It's against the rules. You have to give me some money.
It's gonna have to be the Tumblr link. But that's oh no, wait, you can do a link to the actual video if you click on the right thing, can't you?
Definitely. That's definitely these are things that must definitely be true, at least in some reality. Hopefully it'll be this one.
Oh, it won't let me do it on mobile, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in. You don't have to watch it now. I'm putting it in so that so that later on, when it is 2 hours, look just from the thumbnail, just from that thumbnail, you can see what I mean.
What thing can I look at that on?
It's on Discord.
I chucked my phone away earlier because it was making horrible noise about me. And now I'm going to grab it back. Yeah, it's going to be good.
The whole video is like that. It's only 40 seconds long.
Am I gonna
watch it later? You'll enjoy.
Yeah, I'll tweet about it later so that people can share in the love. Unless you want it to just be a secret that only me and you will share, and the chat can just hungrily be like, I want to be involved. Oh, yeah. Oh, up to me.
It is spoilers though. It is quite large spoilers, and that's why it's so funny, because it's very serious.
Even better, right? I have faffed about for ages looking for a bit of lace, and what I'm going to do is just going to sample this colour, and I'm just going to draw it because I can't be bothered.
Okay.
Can't be bothered to do anymore. Can't be bothered to do any more than that. Eek. Let's go for a brush that doesn't just copy it, and let's make it a bit smaller.
I think you're doing great.
Oh, thank you.
I think this is exactly what we
This is what we.
What was on the cards?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Just like, because I think you sort of said all those topics thinking that was going to somehow be like 3 different images, and I'm just like, no. This is one thing that you're talking about here.
For some reason, I thought we would pick one to be the theme for the whole stream.
Oh, I don't know. See. Yeah. No, I like that. I yeah, and it could have been, but you know, we're here. We chose this of all the realities we could have ended up in. We ended up in this one,
and it's the best one.
Yeah, that was really worth the wait of me looking for an edit for ages. When I've actually just gotten really good at alright-ish at drawing with a paintbrush and just being like yoink. Cool. Right, he's got a little rhythm around, a little ribbon around him. What was the? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Very cute.
What was the next? Was there a next thing, or should I be starting on the cake next?
Let's do cake. Let's begin to make.
So one. Remember this. Remember how good this was.
Yeah, fantastic.
Part of me, actually, the first thing I think I want to do, I'm just going to go, wait there, hang on. Because the one thing, again, I always really want to inspire is just artists to come up with, like, their own their own takes and their own ideas on things.
Okay.
So
I put the video in chat and I can just watch people going, "Oh God." Unless they're saying that to the cake, which makes more sense.
If I do this, and then if I just get rid of this. Okay. Hang on.
Oh, yes, the googly eyes on it.
Hang on. Let's just, and then we get rid of the, and then we're there we go. Here we go. Here is cake. Let me just get rid of some. Let me get rid of some of these lines. All right.
Me from this mortal prison, it says.
I'm just gonna export that just in and of itself. All right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. We got a name for what? Cakey?
Oh, we can be more inventive than that.
Okay.
Sprinkle bottom.
Sprinkle bottom. Beautiful.
Sprinkle bottom.
Sprinkle bottom. Because you know what this is going to lead to is the invention of Sprinkle Top. His partner.
Of course. And then Sprinkle Sub and Sprinkle Dom.
And then Sprinkle Sub, Sprinkle Dom, Sprinkle Switch. We'll have a whole Sprinkle lineup. We'll make a whole load of plushies from them. We'll make a load of money out of them. Sell them to all the kids.
Do this to me. This is fitting. It is the beginning of Pride Month.
It is.
And we're talking about cake tops.
Cake tops, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And not in the way that people would expect. Talk about cake topping. Oh.
I just wanted a slice. Oh no, I'm starting to get sweaty and my keyboard's not working. It's gonna be fine. Whew. This is
my god. I watched a video today of yeah, you were on the Enthusiasm episode with me.
Oh yeah, which one's this?
The Queen, what the fuck, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yes.
Someone put that last long scene of the 1985 concert and like in parallel with the real 1985 concert of Freddie Mercury.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's extremely, like, Rami Malek did his very good research. But one of the comments was just like, he's not sweaty enough to be Freddie.
He's not sweaty enough to be Freddie. That is fair. That was, I think he definitely sweated for, a lot of people.
Yeah,
Freddie, yeah.
It's the passion.
Yeah.
It's the passion and the talent.
God, until I have actually, since that stream, I have watched Bohemian Rhapsody, because I remember I went on to that episode and I hadn't watched it and I felt I felt bad, but no, yeah, since I've seen it and I totally and re-listened to the episode as well, and I feel like all the points that everyone was made are just totally valid, like
even though we were like disagreeing, they're all valid.
It's there's loads of stuff that you just didn't ever really know about Freddie Mercury. I feel like I think I said it on the episode. I was very old when I found out he was Indian, of Indian heritage, and they really sort of explain that in the movie where he's just people are just gonna
show it, and they show his family.
Yeah, really
I think that was important. Yeah. I watched Rocket Man recently as well, the Elton John one with Taron Egerton.
Is that one? I haven't seen that one. Is it all right? Is it good? Recommend? Not recommend?
It's all right. What was good about it is it's not. So it was billed as like a biopic, but it's not. It's a musical.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Complete with set pieces, like people dancing in the street. Yeah. And that kind of thing.
He's not dead yet, so it's a different movie, isn't it? Because he can be like, no, it didn't happen like that, or it happened like that, or
I mean, he was the executive producer on it, I think.
Yeah. So.
But I was a lot more on board with it because it was obviously over the top and not entire I wasn't, and I don't know much about Elton John either, so it wasn't as close to my heart.
Yeah. So you can just enjoy it more as an actual sort of story.
I did, and it was a lot darker than I thought it would be.
Oh really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Elton John had quite a tragic little childhood and struggled a lot with fame.
I did not know any of that. I should watch it now. I'm like, how will I find out about this? It's like, well, there's a movie about it, Martin. That's exactly what Helen's saying. It's like people make these stories so that you can go and consume them when you and it's like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, Taron Egerton is a really decent singer.
Good. It's his voice as well. Like they didn't get any.
Yeah, it's him singing from Kingsman. Ooh. It turns out he's got a musical background.
Oh, the guy from Kingsman. Oh, I love him. I love the Kingsman franchise. I think it's. Yeah. I think it's gonna do well. I hope it continues, and we don't. I really want the woman Bond to do well, but I'm kind of done with the Bond franchise. Like in kind of. Just in general, because
Woman Bond.
Woman Bond. Woe Bond.
Woman Bond.
Names woman. Woman Bond. Wand. It's a good thing we're not writing it, Helen, because it would be nonsense. So there, Wand.
Yeah. I know what you mean, though. Like, Bond has been going for a long time.
Yeah.
And the films are I think they've always been hit and miss, though.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of silly jokes.
I do enjoy the with the recent ones with Daniel Craig and that very pretty man, Ben Whishaw.
Who's he?
There's he's Q. He's Q in the
guy. Him.
Isn't he beautiful? Anyway, there's quite a rich theme of Bond/Q fan fiction with those two.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Is that your preferred? Is that your preferred? Do you prefer that to the original stories?
No comment.
No comment. Alright. Why aren't my layers moving?
I don't know.
What? It's confusing at the minute because I'm trying to get a layer in the way, but my layers have decided that they don't want to go anywhere. I'm not quite sure. You know what? I'm just going to duplicate you because you're misbehaving. You gonna move? You gonna move? Why don't you want to move?
Oh, the ship's called OOQ. Excellent. And I really like that because for me, the interesting thing about that ship is it's the constantly sending the person you love into danger and trying to equip that's a really interesting dynamic. It's like a king and his general or something.
That makes sense.
Anyway. But yeah.
Okay, let's get rid of doing. Gimp seems to have just decided it doesn't want to move any layers around, so I'm just doing some hacks. I'm just doing some hacks in order to do it. So if I do this and then I do new from visible, that should shove a layer to the top. Or are you?
Leaked hack stores.
It didn't work though. I'm just trying to. Why don't you want to move layers?
Yeah, layers. Why aren't you listening to your dad?
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I am. You wait till you get home, Leia. Right.
They call him Daddy Layers. Daddy Layers is my track name.
Just gonna throw you into. Just gonna have to create a new layer, aren't I? I'm gonna ignore you as a layer because you're not behaving, and now I have to also deal with a thing that just normally works. That's fine. That's just how it's gonna be. Right. So I want to make it look like there's a slice taken out of the duck.
Oh no!
So, the way I want to do that, so I want this one to be flipped. That's what I did before.
Okay.
Let's flip you, so that we look like we've got a cross section of duck that comes about there. Okay. And then I'm gonna use just a light cross section of duck. Yeah, and then we'll use.
It looks a bit like a wing like that.
Yeah.
We've got a cake wing.
Yeah, a little cake wing, and I'm gonna crop it a little bit using this grass. So that we can just get rid of. Is that covered? No, wrong layer. Get rid of you. All right, there we go.
This is so confusing to look at on my laptop.
Yeah, I can imagine. Lots of things that I like to be confusing, and I feel like I'm doing a good job of being confusing. So it might just have to.
Don't worry, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, good.
Good, the zoom.
Oh yeah, you got to zoom. You got to get a nice, accurate, like, hot take on what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing. Look at me understand what I'm doing.
You absolutely know what you're doing.
When do I lay it?
No. Everyone's gone off on daddy layers.
Have they? Good for them.
Daddy layers as a drag act would be like that scene from Friends where Joey's wearing all of Chandler's clothes, and it would just be trying to sexily take it off, even though you've got like 100 t-shirts on. You'd have to like cut some of them off. That could be quite sexy.
Are you imagining what they had to do to get Joey Tribbiani out of those layers after he'd done that scene?
Oh, well, I think that in Friends, the actual TV show, they probably just made it look like there were lots of layers, because he can't actually have been wearing that many layers.
I don't know. Matt LeBlanc is a professional, isn't he?
It's true. You know what? Matt LeBlanc probably said, no, I will wear all of them. Get me Chandler's wardrobe.
Give me all of Chandler's
Lay them on me.
Alrighty, so now we've got that cakey layer. Let's get rid of. So where do we need to? So I need to make a gap between.
Oh.
Okay, so I need to make a gap that goes up to there. So
okay.
Let's get my cloney tool. Yeah, I'm gonna saw this goose in half with cake.
No.
But unlike other magicians that might be more palatable, I am not gonna put it back together. I mean, you can just watch the stream in reverse, like if you're so inclined.
Oh God, you know what? I really miss live magic shows.
There's some of them on TikTok. Like they're starting to get a resurgence.
Yeah.
I think. Like people just like the card tricks and that. Because like I realized that like live magic was one of the things I really used to like as a kid. Do you remember the Masked Magician? On
no.
So he was like it was like a Channel 4 it's like a Channel 4 or Channel 4 or 5 act that would he would like do magic, and then he would show you how he did it afterwards, which to me as a child
but that's
was
against the rules.
I know. Well, he was specifically saying that he was like the bad boy of magic, because like he would specifically
no wonder he was masked.
Yeah, well, that was all of this was his deal. Like all of this was his thing. Like the fact that he was masked and then he'd do all this magic and stuff was all part of the show. I did that in the wrong place.
Interesting.
There we go. That's what I'm trying to do.
God. Oh, this poor Hanny Goose.
There we go.
Punished for his crimes. Being made into cake.
Yeah. Once I knew which tool to do, it was all fine. Everyone was like, this Martin's not going to be able to do that. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing. And it's like, sometimes I know what I'm doing. I just can't do it.
I would never say you were unable to do anything. I am unfailingly supportive.
Okay, I've got a few layers to re-enable because I've forgotten where. Right, there's his bow, and there's like the last bow. Okay, Helen. Here is what we all asked for, which is Mads Mikkelsen, which is Hannibal Goose Cake.
Thank you. This is the Photoshop of my dreams.
I know. I know it is. I can tell. All right, let's do that. Save.
Let's get this into the White House, like that piece of Hanagram fan art.
You want to get this into the White House? Is that where we're taking it?
Oh, I don't know if that was that. There was someone won a competition recently, an art competition with a piece that was Will Graham and Hannibal, and it won the competition and is now in like some stately government building.
Oh,
because they didn't know what it was.
It's actually in the White House, is it?
Like the actual... somewhere, I'm not sure. Oh, what's the ball pit for?
The ball pit is from my previous stream. And
what's going in the ball pit?
We put a cow that we turned into Alex. We put Alex's face on a cow and put it in a ball pit.
Yes, I saw some of that. And then I went to bed.
Quality content.
Quality content.
Only quality, yeah.
Alex J. Moole.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice one, flawless poop.
That was what we named him.
Oh, I see. So are we putting Hannah Goose in here as well?
Well, I was gonna. So I what I do between streams is I reuse layers and set them up for like so that I can use them like in the stream. So when I do that, I have to. It's like naming a specific file, so I have to use the same image each time. If that makes sense.
Vaguely.
Okay. It's probably going to be really low res, but oh no, that's fine. That'll do. All right, let's save that.
Hey, are you putting the goose at the White House?
That's what we said.
Is that what you?
That's what. Well, yeah.
Oh, Martin!
I was gonna throw it out to chat, but then you gave me a location, so then I don't need to involve. I only involve chat when it's absolutely necessary.
I am extremely excited.
All right,
I am extremely excited for this.
How much of this? I'm just gonna. It's just gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough. So let's get this to a new layer. No,
okay.
Don't want to do a new layer. I want to do visible, new from visible, and then let's try crop it out. Let's get rid of the background.
You could do this. How do you have such a steady hand for doing like all the cutout bits?
That is just practice. Just over and so what you do is you hold down and then you drag on the mouse and keyboard, and because I've just gotten used to doing it all in like one. Just gotten used. It's the same way that you sort of practice like an instrument or anything. You just get used to doing things in a certain way, and it's been like I do this at work like really quickly, like between like. You know, you always wait. Well, I'm always waiting for computers to do things. So, like with updates and just various things, I'd be waiting there, and I'd be like, rather than sat there waiting, doing nothing, and wasting that time, I could just turn to one of my mates and be like, "Do you want to see your face on a pop star?" And they'd be like, "Yeah," and that's sort of how I practiced it. And
well, who wouldn't?
Well, yeah, exactly. I used to actually. So when I was working I used to work in like a call center for like IT support, and I actually started up a comic book series of one of the guys. I can't say the name of the comic book series because I don't want to give away the guy's name, and he doesn't know that.
Sure.
Doesn't know that I do this sort of thing anymore.
He doesn't know.
But
did he know about the comic?
He knew about the comic. Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right. Good.
He just always told these like kind of like nothing stories. So like he'd have a story and it kind of wouldn't go anywhere, and then I would turn that into a comic that still like wouldn't go anywhere, and yeah, so it was just a fun thing, and I've made them all in Paint, so that was how that was sort of how I started, and then
a good Paint doodle.
Yeah, and then this is just like this is basically just like a fancy free version of Paint.
Nice.
So get rid of that, and then paste you in.
I was asking because the one time I tried to do any kind of thing like this, it was so hard to do the cutout. It was this time that I did like a little clone baby thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It was the worst possible MS Paint interpretation. I might put that in the chat as well. Oh god, there it is. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let's put that there.
Alright, I've got some things left over from last time. But,
hold me. Maybe.
This will sort of work. Okay. I think I'm not going to do like I did last time.
There you go.
Helen, so if you look at the...
Oh, yay!
It's alright.
Yay!
My green screen hasn't really been I didn't quite sort out this view ready in time, but you get the idea. There we go. That makes it much better.
I love it. Very professional. Professional Hannah Goose cake.
Totes professional.
On a little visit.
Oh look, we've still got young Link in there. That was a layer that I left in last time and forgot about. And let me just get rid of that.
Oh! It's so pixelated on the screen. I thought that was another bit of cake.
No, yeah, it's a tiny bit of Alex as young Link. Let me just. It's ruining the ambience, I think.
But yeah, I just put in our Discord chat a stupid MS Paint thing I made after I heard Little Clone Baby.
Beautiful. Oh my god, that's really good.
No, it's terrible.
Is that
it's
Ben?
Also good. No, it's a random. It's a random dude that I think I drew a mustache on.
Pardon me. It won't show up at all.
I don't know if I did. But yeah.
Marvelous. All right. Well, that was basically only like it wasn't even the hour. So like I normally sort of aim for these sorts of like 2-hour streams, or we can just sort of chill and chat. I don't have have an agenda.
It's your stream.
It is my
stream. You can do what you like.
All right. Let me just get back. So I think I'm gonna throw out some ideas to chat. By which I mean like chat can just start saying ideas, and if we like the look of any, like that's what we'll do next. Give them a chance to realise that I've started engaging with them, because I think I've been ignoring you tonight, chat, and been very.
I'm too distracting. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I've got Helen's distracting. I've got Mads Mikkelsen in front of me. He's a goose and a cake. Like, got a lot of distractions, and then yeah. All right, what have we got? Hedgehogs. Something with Actually, you know what? All right, I'm glad you said hedgehogs. Right, so we can stick on the same theme here with
hedgehog cake.
Yes. Right. So, because I saw one of these earlier and I almost used it, but I thought that it would be a bit difficult to incorporate with the goose. Oh my god! So the trouble is, it's which one? Okay. So, like, Helen, just say a number between, like, are you looking this up? Say a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say a number between 1 and 6.
3.
Good choice.
I only make good choices.
So,
that's a lie.
I'm thinking maybe we turn this into, like, maybe, like, Sonic or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
Put it into Green Hill Zone or something like that.
Yeah. Sonic failed hedgehog cake. Tried to in one of the loopy bits.
There's your choice, Helen. God. This is what you've won.
Yes!
It's so good, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna start.
My son!
I know. I'm gonna start tidying our son up so that we can have a nice clean layer, because this is quite a messy one to clean up. Ideally, the whole green screen thing definitely applies with images, because if you can just get a nice solid color behind them, then this sort of cutting out process takes a lot less time. But the magic tool kind of makes it fairly easy work. So you can see me just grabbing colors and chopping, and then grab more colors and then chop some more. The trouble is when you've got something that's in the background that's the same color as the thing. So if something's yellowy brown, and then you're cutting up a yellowy brown thing, then you're gonna have a bad time. Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah. And then eventually you just give up and then just start doing it by hand because it's quicker. So if I especially when you got long straight sticks to cut up, it makes life easier. The more long straight sticks I can work with, the better I am, really. I work well with long straight sticks. Right, is that
Don't
part
we
of it?
all?
Do we all?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a
Some
lie, is
people
it? Yeah?
are not a fan of them.
Are they not? Of
No.
long straight sticks? What are they a fan
No.
of then instead? Others?
No, they are perfectly valid in whatever they like or do not like.
You always
We
make
support
you always make
all
things
opinions
so
on
nice.
sticks here.
We support all opinions. I remember
all stick opinions.
I remember the topic that I really wanted to talk to you about. If you're happy to talk about it. Which was about you came out as gender fluid fairly recently on social media.
I did. Yes. I did.
And I should know more and I should be better, but I hope you don't mind me asking questions.
Please do ask me questions, because I have not been asked any questions.
Okay, good. So, like, is it like time of day or like at particular times that you want to have different gender identities, or is it more just like you don't that it doesn't matter, or are there times when you want to have one rather than another? Like, what's that like? How
there's a kind of
yeah.
There's a kind of two different questions, I think, then.
Yeah,
there's like one that's like, how do I feel all the time?
Yeah.
And then there's like, how do I want to express?
I got you. Yeah, sorry.
And like my general feeling all the time is I don't care.
Yeah.
And it took me a really, really long time to realize that feeling like I didn't care about it wasn't really important to me how people saw me. That was not actually a very cis thing to think.
That makes sense.
Because I just assumed no one really cared.
Yeah.
That much, and so
that just made sense to you. That obviously, like, why would you care? It's all made up and nonsense anyway. Like, yeah.
So like, I never had any I didn't really need to unlearn anything about trans people in general, because like when someone's is like, I'm a woman, I'm like, yeah, cool, good,
cool.
Excellent, you know? I think, but yeah, for me, it was realizing that cis people tend to, like, there's like this thought experiment that's like, imagine that you wake up and you're a different gender, like, what would you have to do to feel comfortable? And for me, I was just like, my first and only thought is like, how am I going to tell my mum? And that's like that if I imagine really nice. Waking up and I've got like a masculine body, I would just like, how am I going to explain this magical incident to my mother? And I don't actually care about anything else.
Yeah, you just care about the person. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. As for expression, I've actually been experimenting a lot. I'm like completely redoing my wardrobe right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because like because I was working in offices for so long.
Oh yeah. I
just automatically places. Oh god, yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
I just automatically gravitated towards sort of quite feminine office wear, like you know, like professional looking suits and stuff.
Looking totes professional,
suits, skirts, I mean.
Yeah.
Skirts and dresses and things like that.
Yeah. And it's crazy that like a workplace can just like, you're just like, oh yeah, they get to choose what you wear all day. It's like, why do they get to choose what I wear all day? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, if the work gets done, what does it matter?
But like, because I was dressing for how I thought people would expect me to look.
Yes.
And I thought of it as dressing for work, but I was also dressing for gender expectations that I thought were in place at the office. So, I don't really have that anymore.
Yeah.
And I still like some of the clothes that I had from there, and I like the combinations I have, because there are times when like I do want to be like kind of feminine and like
because
in dresses and things.
Because that's the thing, is that girls' clothes like look good on bodies, like in general. I think like because I tend to wear like I'll gravitate towards wearing like women's jeans, because they'll like make your legs look better, and like more, you can have like a more kind of out there sort of look than if you were just wearing, you know, like boys' clothes that basically just look like you can, you know,
sacks.
Like sacks, yeah. Just like different coloured sacks with lots of pockets. Like all the pockets in the world.
But sometimes pocketed sacks are what you want.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Practical, useful clothes that you can, store like things like phones in, and
like, can I just tell you, like, I've got a pocket in these dungarees.
Yeah.
And it's so useful that I can put stuff in there, and I've still got pockets on my hips.
That's so
great.
Good. I actually,
what I mean is like,
the
other thing is that like women's clothes and sizing
is
a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah,
especially because I'm plus size.
God,
it's
so hard.
And that was the other reason why I gravitated towards like skirts and dresses and things, because it was easier to find sizes that would fit me better than sort of jeans and shirts and other more like masculine looking clothing.
That makes sense.
Because like, oh God, I have such beef with like the fashion industry, especially with button down shirts, because I'm not even.
Tell me about this. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not particularly gifted in the boobly area.
In the boobly area, yeah.
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 But they will still like the buttons will still like there'll still be gaps in there. And it's like I'm not even boobed much. And so I don't know how people with like large chests
You'd sometimes wonder whether people in the fashion industry have ever actually seen people. Like
yes!
Have they just seen mannequins? Like, is that it? Do they just like, I've dressed like this identical mannequin thousands of times? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe mannequin people have never seen real people. They've just seen mannequins their whole life. We should get plus-size mannequins, or just like regular sizes of mannequins.
I mean, there's been like campaigns for doing that actually.
Yeah.
There are several like stores that have like sort of normal sized mannequins, but there's no like normal human body.
Yeah.
But the other thing for me as well is that I've got quite a big frame. Like I've got big hands, I've got big feet, I've got big shoulders. And so shirts for me are a fucking nightmare, because they're all like, yes, you want a shirt in this size? I bet your shoulders are tiny. And it's like, nope, actually. No, I need to be able to move in this, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a completely separate rant on fashion.
No. This is what it's just really nice to kind of hear like that open. Yeah, I just want to hear like that communication about like clothes, because it is like it's what you wear. It's literally like it's what you wear every day, and it's how you show yourself like to the world. Obviously, we haven't been showing ourselves off to the world very much like lately, but like when we go back to it, we kind of want to. Yeah.
I'm gonna come out of this whole situation looking so different to when I went in.
Oh, me too. If I'm going out of the house, I'm getting dressed up. Like, I'm not going out there like wearing like boring clothes anymore.
And also, like, I made like a self-care plan as well, and that includes like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I make myself dress like I care, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
It's really easy to just like shove on pajamas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it really cheers me up if I'm wearing something that makes me feel good and that I put effort into figuring out and thinking about. And I love putting outfits together. I love it so much. I didn't realize how big a part of me it was until I was chatting to my therapist about it. And she was like, you totally just came alive just then when you were telling me about your... And I was like, because obviously we do it by Skype.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her in my bedroom, and I was like, oh, let me show you. And I went to the wardrobe, and I was showing her like pieces of clothing that I really liked.
Oh, that's really
nice. Yeah, she's lovely.
When you get good therapists are really good. I definitely recommend getting a therapist that you like to speak with and that you can open up with about.
And if you don't like your therapist, ditch him.
Yeah, that's literally it.
It'll do more harm than good if you don't like them.
Yeah, because it was it's just for me it was nice to have someone that was interested in what I had to say, that didn't know who I was and didn't have any kind of vested interest in me specifically, if that makes sense. Like, they didn't know me as a friend, and they didn't know me as like a relative or anything like that, but I could have like really like conversations with them, and it didn't didn't matter. Right, I'm trying
to it's kind of different for me now with my therapist though, because I've been seeing her since like 2016.
Oh
so,
wow, yeah. So that's like
I've been seeing her on and off. Like I had a couple of like big gaps when I was like, oh, I'm fixed now.
Then you go back and be like, no, you're not done. You're It's like when you go back to some builders and they're like, no, you're not done yet. You need to carry on with your work.
Yeah. But like she's always been there, and she's even like managed to like keep me on like similar times and days.
Yeah.
One funny. So I was seeing this guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Goss. Oh, Helen Goss is my favorite. It's always my favorite part of your stream. So I'm just gonna sit and not do anything and listen for a while. You go on.
It's not even gossip. This was years ago now. But he was talking to me about like, about his feelings, about various things, and I was always kind of like, that sounds kind of unhealthy.
Oof.
And I would tell him about my therapist, and he was like, and eventually he was like, can I have her number? And I eventually stopped seeing her, and then he went in and he took my slot. He took the slot that I had vacated.
The Helen slot.
Yeah. Like by accident.
That's really funny.
Accident, I'm sure. And then like later on, like ages after we'd broken up.
Yeah.
And like we'd fallen out of contact, and then he got back in contact, and he was like, I think you saved my life by directing me towards the therapist. And I was like, I am very glad.
Nice. That's really good.
I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him. He's doing really well from what I can tell. Yeah, and just solid, nice, good, decent lads, which I don't say about many of my exes.
Is it? Have you got some bad ones?
Oh, Martin. Oh, Martin. Oh.
I mean,
there was one relationship I had where the second time I met him, he said, "Oh, I'm feeling a bit depressed. Can I come over?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Okay. He came over.
Yeah.
And then he had we were just like chilling on my bed.
Yeah.
And then he had 2 panic attacks in a row.
Oh. Wow.
And I didn't really know what to do.
No.
Because I'd never seen one before or had one before.
No.
So I just tried to comfort him as best as I could.
Yeah.
And that kind of set the bar for the intensity of the relationship.
Oh God. Yeah.
And it was super unhealthy. Like we got super intense really quick because I was like there, like just being like, okay, just breathe. Just breathe with me. and he stayed the night, and I was like, okay, I'm going to put on like some ambient noise to try and soothe you to sleep and all this. Again, and like, he was a really lovely person and really kind. We didn't end on the best of terms. Because so also I spent a lot of time being like a single polyamorous person, like dating several people at the same time. And I was dating him the same time as seeing a couple of other people, and then so there was this one time where I had to break up with someone.
You had to break up with someone.
And that's a whole other. I'm sorry, like it's really hard to unravel.
It's difficult with polyamory and like open relationships and stuff when you try and like, because I've been in open relationships, and then sometimes someone's like, "How did you meet this person?" And it's like, well, this person that my partner was dating said that they knew someone that they thought would be good for my partner, and then I met them and started dating them, and that's how we met. And you're like, all right, that is complicated, isn't it? It's like, well, yeah, kind of is.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's how you meet people these days.
That's what happened. Months before I met the guy I've just been talking about, I had been seeing this other person, and also really, I just have a problem with I don't think I have that problem anymore. I had a problem with ending up with people who needed a lot of help, and I would try and provide them all of the help that they needed, but no one person can do that.
No.
And it would just fall apart after a while, because then I would feel unappreciated and exhausted all the time, and they would continue feeling crap. And I had several breakups where they were just like, actually, I think I'm too depressed to have a relationship.
Yeah.
And I really feel like part of that was because they were talking to me so much. They were realizing like the deep set issues that they had.
Yeah.
And like I sort of accidentally talked myself out of the relationship because they were like, actually, I need to deal with this instead. So
is it a thing that you yeah? Is it something that you regret doing now, or is it something that you feel like it would just have happened because that's kind of like who you are and you can't really like and ah about it?
There's very little that I actually regret in my life because I'm quite happy with the person I am.
Yeah, you're great.
And I feel like even the shit stuff that's happened to me, it's all added up to being a person that I quite
look.
That I enjoy being, and I like being around myself, so...
Yeah, and you're on the Ask Martin stream, and we've got a hedgehog with a really crazy face. It's just like, I'm gonna call this, this is Agony Aunt the Hedgehog, right, who's just gonna listen to us chatting about various things in our lives. Just sit there waiting for us, like...
I can't remember what I was trying to say. Oh, anyway, all of this is to say that I had a breakup with 2 people in the same day.
And one of them... that's a lot. I mean, at least you like. I imagine. Did you go out afterwards? Did you have like?
This was the thing. I broke up with one person in the morning because we'd had like a goodbye night because I was like, this isn't gonna work. But you can come over one last time. And then we broke up in the morning, and I said goodbye. Sex. Basically, yeah. And then I went to see this other guy to cheer myself up. And then broke up with him later that night. But it was by WhatsApp. I messaged him saying, hey, I've been getting vibes from you that maybe you don't want to be with me anymore. And he was like, yeah, actually, no, I think I like someone else. Well, 2 breakups one day.
Oh, that happens, doesn't it? This is the way things go sometimes.
Yeah, I was extremely angry that day.
I hope chat's appreciating this. Like, getting a big insight just into like all of our lives. Like, I don't mind, but like,
no, I don't mind either.
Good.
I'm one of those people like I don't like talk about this stuff like unprovoked. But if someone asks me. Absolutely, no problem.
That's just it. Because I'm fundamentally a very nosy person.
No, I am too. One of my favorite messages to receive is, "Can I vent?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, you can."
I like to hear vents as well. Yeah, that's just something that I really like to hear. If someone's just like had a really terrible day, and I'm just like, "Tell me more. Tell me about it. I want to know."
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it. I'm also like, oh, do you want to talk about it? And I'm preparing myself for like whatever the serious stuff is. But also I'm like, who's the dickhead?
Sorry, someone in chat just said that they broke up on the way to Poundland, and I wasn't sure if that was a euphemism. Oh no, it's quite a serious story. Oh dear.
Oh really? Oh no.
It's okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm really sorry, non-binary star system. I didn't mean to. I hope it's okay.
Oh, honey. No, I think there are lots of different ways to do a breakup, and I think putting it on your to-do list is fine. It's a thing that you gotta do. I have broken up with people using like my notes app because I like need to explain to them the various reasons, and I want to make sure that I'm communicating. I will say the one big lesson I've learned is that you can try and communicate all you want, but if the other person isn't listening, that it's not going to work. So
communication's the main thing. Like especially if you're going to have like polyamory or open relationships, and things like that. Like so much, you need so much more communication. Okay, good. Non-binary solar system's fine. It's not serious.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Okay. I hope everyone is okay. I don't want to pick on people in chat, and if yeah, I understand that people are sharing like stories and stuff, but yeah, if I ever say anything that offends anyone, please let me know as soon as possible so that I can apologize.
Oh yeah, same goes for me as well.
But no, I'm glad about that. Yeah. Anyway, communication in open relationships and polycules and it doesn't get easier when you add more people and you have more emotions and you have like more jealousy and more like and logistics. just pure logistics are like, I'm busy tonight actually, so like this isn't gonna happen, or like, we're gonna do a thing, and it's like, but like one of them's like buggered off and is like doing stuff with other things. It's like, all right, well, this is difficult, isn't it? I've
never been part of like a proper polycule or anything. I've been dating people who are in open relationships,
right?
All kinds of thing.
I
might go back to that. I might not. I got really put off after like a series of just dating people who, it was several people like no, like my primary partner is not more important than you know.
Oh God,
and then inevitably they're like, actually no. And just very much making me feel completely unprioritized and unimportant to them. And like I could never ever be on any kind of equal footing.
Absolutely.
And that's not a good place for me to be, or wasn't. I don't know how I'd feel about it now. But yeah, so then I was just like, nah, I'm not getting involved in the poly scene anymore.
I like everything like with poly, just everything when you just put the word poly in front of it just makes it sound really cool. I've just realized that I can use this other view if I'm not doing much editing and just have myself weirdly floating next to you as a head.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Martin!
Hey! This is all. Yeah, it's just like being together in like weird parties and there's a strange ghost next to you. It's like, hey, how's it going?
Oh, I miss you, Martin.
I miss you so much. I can't wait till we're all like vaccinated and can like just be in the same space as each other and hang out and just like go get drunk and stuff. Would be amazing.
Being in the same space.
Yeah.
Have you had your first one yet?
I have. Me and Grant have a getting stabbed day that we share. I saw him tweet about it, and I'd already tweeted about it, and I was like, we share a day, and like he never interacts with me. I don't think he likes me.
I'm not sure he knows who you are.
Good.
No, you did. You dressed as a cow.
I dressed as a cow. He definitely won't forget me.
Yeah. I think he probably just knows you as the guy who was dressed as a cow then, and might not actually know your name.
Good. I hope so. I hope he does. I hope that's who I am to him. He's just like, I never want to work with that cow again.
I have seen Grant. He's like the only person. Him.
Yeah.
Mary and a mutual acquaintance of ours.
Oh, amazing. Wow.
Yeah. But that's been it. Oh yeah, and the Rusty Quill picnic like last year.
Oh, that was like the best day.
That was real nice.
Yeah, it's long ago enough now that we can yeah. Oh, everything. I get this weird paranoia with Rusty Quill stuff. I'm like, is it a secret? I'm like, it happened like 6 months ago, and nothing. That's fundamentally all there is to it. Like, we had a picnic. Like,
if it's already happened, then it's fine. You just don't talk about future stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, definitely. There are times where I've been like on the verge of talking about something to Jamie, and they'd be like, "Oh, I can't say anything." And Jamie's always like, "Who? I don't talk to. I talk to you, and I talk to my fiance. I don't talk to anyone." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's still. I can't. I don't. I yeah. Like it's better for my anxiety if I just shut my trap."
God, yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait. I've started updating my spreadsheet.
You got a social spreadsheet.
A post-lockdown plan spreadsheet.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I should do one of those.
So, yeah, I'll be getting my second jab in like August sometime.
Same.
So in September, I'm gonna have like there's there are things that I want to go and do, like around London, and I'm probably just gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna be here at this time. If anyone wants to come and hang out, I'll be here.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my kind of social life. I hate events. I hate planned events because they're just like they just bring up so much like, oh, I've got to be there on that day. I've got to make sure there's nothing either side of it. Whereas like if it's just today, like if someone's like, hey, are you at this? Can you get to this location today? I'm like, yeah, I can get to that location. Or no, I can't get to that location. And then that's it. Like I don't have to worry about it or think about it or make sure there's nothing else that's booked then or anything.
Yeah. It's like you don't want the anticipation and the planning.
Literally, yeah. I just want the people and the going to the place, and that's it.
I'm completely the opposite.
I really,
as I've just said, yeah. I have a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I've booked a theatre ticket in advance for September. Gonna go and see Prince of Egypt.
Oh, I've booked to go see Hamlet with Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen as Hamlet.
Wait, have I got this right? I don't want to missell his show. Let me just check.
No, it's cool. Just Hamlet is like meant to be a young man, and Ian McKellen's like 80.
I just know that he's in it. I'll be honest. He sold the ticket to me, so like I was basically like, I'll go see whatever show you're in, Ian, and I'm not really that fussed about what it is or like what. Yeah, if I'm going to understand it.
Aww. But yeah, I've also one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Brighton because it's the most direct place where I can go and like put my feet in the sea.
Yeah.
I miss the sea, and I'm gonna like do a little bit of shopping and try and see Tim and Ben probably and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna go at some point probably next year to Amsterdam and like go see all the different museums and stuff that they've got there. And I want to go to Florence, and I want to go to Versailles, and I want to go. Now this is like 3 years in the future because it's gonna take me ages to save up for it.
Yeah.
I want to go to Nassau.
Ooh.
Which is where Black Sails is set.
Oh, you're hoping to bump into some of the shirtless actors there, are you? Coming in
Black
saltily.
Sails ended several years ago.
I mean, you can be hopeful still. Like they might reboot it by the time you go back. Get some of that salty sea biscuit money. Again, when it all tries out for them. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very hot right now.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Just spouting nonsense, trying to go through my emails and see what ticket I've bought from Ian McKellen just by searching Ian McKellen. And I can't find it. I can't tell you what I
feel like he'd probably be in something like King Lear or...
Might be it might be that.
But he might be Hamlet. Who knows? Why not? Why not have a very old teenager?
You know what? It's definitely Shakespeare. I can tell you that. That's all I remember being like, oh yeah, it's going to be a Shakespeare one.
Oh, Spicy Caroline says no, he isn't Hamlet.
Sweet.
Is he? I wonder if he is. He can't be playing Hamlet. I don't know. But yeah, loads of places I want to go because like I'm very bad at taking holidays.
Are you? Do you? Yeah. What is that like? Is that just because you don't want to? Is that because you don't want to book them, or is it some other reason?
No, I love planning it all out. It's. I just assume that I won't have the time, and then I don't book anything. Like, why am I so tired? But I started changing it. Like, I went to Naples.
Yeah.
And I went to go and see is it Vesuvius? Pompeii and Herculaneum.
Right. Yeah.
That was really cool. And I was gonna go to Whitby, but I lost it because of the pandemic, which was a shame.
It's Whitby.
It was.
Is that in the UK?
Yeah. It's up north.
Oh, nice. Which part of up north are you from? Is it Leeds?
You're not that far off. Leeds is a couple of hours away. I'm right up in the northeast coast.
Okay, right, yeah. I've got a family up in Halifax, so that's like the area that I know.
That's not that far. Ah. Yeah, me and Alex are sort of... I'm higher up than Alex, and then Alex is like towards the middle. So we've got vaguely similar accents.
Yeah, because he's I used to live with his with a guy who went to school. This is how I know Alex. It's like I lived with a guy.
No.
I lived with a guy who went to school with him. So I've sort of known Alex since his like uni days, and I've known like what like shows I've been to shows that he's put on before he started Rusty Quill. Not as early as like if you know Layla Manning's, not as early as like shows he put on with her, but after that with, I think the group was called Casual Violence, and that was like one of the shows that I went to, and one of the guys from that plays Michael in the Magnus Archives. So it's kind of interesting how people sort of like meet and know people, and you kind of see like what people are doing, or like what labels and stuff they're under at the time, and you just sort of see that everyone's hustling and like gigging and just like doing whatever, like just doing whatever as they go, like whatever gig comes along.
Yeah, it's so weird, like the creative scene in London is like so weirdly small.
Yeah. I'm just saying this trying to be like a second head on your shoulder, like just hang on. Wait, it's confusing because it's mirrored. All right, there we go.
Yeah, you can do it. There you go. Sort of. I can.
There we go. There we go. Perfect. I'm very,
yes. The best hybrid.
I know, this is kind of like that thing from is it like Monty Python Holy Grail, where you got all the heads that are there like chatting to each other.
Yes, and they all disagree on it.
They do,
and they all argue with each other, and then
I think
that's the one with Brave Sir Robin.
It is, yeah.
The prince named after. Bravely brave Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot. He was not afraid to die, oh brave Sir Robin. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. And then it's just like a litany of horrible things.
Yeah.
It's like his eyes gouged out and his nipples torn off and his nose is pierced and his You know
that.
Anyway,
you know it much better than I know it. Yeah.
I only know that much.
Cool.
Oh, you stopped making Sonic?
Yeah, basically. we got this far with it, and then I was like just chatting about it, just having him around watching and listening in the background, just like nice and reassuring. I can throw that.
Aww.
Next time I definitely need to have a big view with the other camera on it, because at the minute I've only got one with myself in it, so that'll be something that I can sort out for next stream to make sure I've got like another view with multiple cameras in it and stuff.
Another view of what? Of the picture?
So at the minute I've just got me and the picture and then another layer, but I don't have a view with like a second camera feed in it with the picture as well. So this show's all like made up as it goes along, and I just find out things and I'm like, it would have been nice if this idea was here, and I can do that for next time and figure it out.
That's what all creative output is. It's learning as you go, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I'm not very good at like delivering like finished ideas. I like to deliver things that are sort of like a first go, and then you iterate on the things that work, and you just chuck the things out that don't work. I much prefer that.
That does sound like very much like a tech process.
That's
Is that not how it works?
That's also
how coding works.
Well, it's how coding sort of works in a more modern way. It's interesting that we've had coding now for so long that someone's done a clip for us. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Lisa did a clip for us. Thanks, Lisa.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, one of my glorious mods.
Ah, that's a good mod.
I know, right?
Aren't mods great?
They are. They just. It's funny because I picked like the most crimey mods that I could find, and as soon as you give someone any kind of like authority and power, they just start using it. Like usually for
very
good.
well.
And it's like, I'm very well. Yeah, you just give people responsibility. Look at them giggling away. Like, yeah.
But yeah, Lisa's one of my Twitch mods too.
Yeah.
Shared responsibility.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting if we start streaming at the same time to find out like where loyalties really lie.
We're not going to stream at the same time. All my streams are completely ad hoc. It's always me going, oh, maybe I should do a stream sometime.
I'm going to do a stream at like 3:30 in the afternoon.
I usually only know like a couple. In fact, that reminds me, I need to finish up one of my writing streams. I managed to write 3,000 words
of filth,
like live. It was not filth. It was lovely. It was about a sad human accidentally summoning a very angry fae.
Oh.
And then they kissed.
Did they? And then what happened?
Yeah.
Filth.
No. Then they kissed. The end.
And the rest is all in the imagination of the fans that listened to it, that read along to it.
Yeah, but I've got to edit it because it changed drastically from beginning to end, as my stuff always does. So I've got to make sure it's got like a consistent tone.
That makes sense.
Because I was just writing whatever bullshit chat was suggesting. But I think it's quite a nice, serious little story. So
that's nice.
Oh, Flawless Poop wants an elf toilet.
Elf toilet.
Yes,
right, I can do that. All right. I'm gonna throw it in. I think that's gonna be that's a good thing that I can fit in this image that will just complete it, like on the right hand side. I was literally just thinking that I need something, and yeah, elf toilet. That is perfect. And it's very creative. Like
it's a reference to my writing stream.
Is it? Oh, it's like a crossover episode. This is the crossover episode. Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is. Just like in whatever. I'm just gonna pick the most basic looking fucking toilet.
Okay. If you like, I can give you the context for the elf toilet / toilet elf.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's have the context for it. Yeah, that's gonna help influence the art. Is if okay. I have the full context of it.
Is extremely simple. The fairy I described as living in like different kinds of ornaments.
I see.
And I said that he lived in porcelain.
He lived in porcelain.
And all of chat immediately went like in a toilet.
Like in a toilet.
Like in a toilet.
Because...
Like in a toilet. Toilet elf.
Yeah.
Toilet fairy. Fairy toilet.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
So that was our raid phrase for afterwards.
That is what I would expect from them. I'd expect nothing less from chat than to just immediately just say toilet as soon as you start to like say, because porcelain's always used in like a nice like literary thing to mean like smooth and soft, smooth and like hard and like white and like pristine, and then they're just like it's to poo in. It's a thing like that you poo in. Yeah, like a toilet. Yeah. Good. It's what they relate to. It's what they understand.
Toilet humor.
Alright.
Oh.
None of that.
Sorry.
None of that. And then I need to find an ear. I know these late streams are too much for you, aren't they?
And I am up. Well, I'm not technically up. I am up past the time that I would usually be in bed.
I see.
I'm
you're
usually
normally
awake for a little bit longer.
This is normally your TikTok time, isn't it?
This is my TikTok time.
Valuable TikTok time that I'm taking.
That's all right. Don't you worry. I'll just be a little later.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you're still going to do it because you're addicted, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
It's habitual at this.
Look at it in the morning. Look at it at night. Yeah. After I do my Duolingo.
Yeah, I am not going to. Let's go for. I was trying to be better and not going for just like white elf ears, and I typed in black elf ears and it showed me some cat ears, and I was like, screw you, Google. Like trying to like be more diverse on stream, and you're showing me cat ears. You're not helping. Right.
Maybe you want POC elf ears.
That's what I did. That was the second thing that I did. Yeah. Alright, let's
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's get rid of...
I like there's like two types. There's like medium pointy and very pointy.
That's true. And because I am who I am, I think I was going to go for one of each. Because symmetry is symmetry. Yeah, screw symmetry.
Yeah. Who needs symmetry? Not me.
Yeah,
did you catch any of my gingerbread stream?
I saw pictures of it, I think. Was that the one? Was there an Alex Newell gingerbread man?
Yes, by accident, yeah.
By accident. God,
anyway, I didn't create it intending for it to be Alex, but I gave it a raised eyebrow and therefore it was immediately Alex.
That's his brand.
That's his signature.
That's the signature of who he is that I always put out there. I'm like, well, if it needs to be Alex, it'll just have one eyebrow higher than the other, and like, it doesn't matter that he's like directed two giant, epic, huge podcasts that have taken him like hours of planning and understanding. No. He picked his ear. He put his eyebrow higher than one of his other eyes in an image like from 2015, and that is who he is.
Well, I also gave him a tie, so that's how you know it was Alex.
Oh yeah, business. Yeah, and the business suit. Yeah, because you gotta be. It's all business with him.
But yeah, speaking of symmetry, my first few gingerbread people, when I tried to transfer them onto the baking tray, did not go so well. I had like arms and legs dropping off everywhere. One of them lost its head. One of them lost an arm and a leg. But I put them back. It had an arm for a leg and a leg for an arm.
Oh, that's really cute.
But yeah, it was fun.
That sounds really good. Will I be able to catch? Was that on a Rusty Quill one, or was that a?
Yeah, it's an Arky Streams one.
Alright, cool.
It'll be on the VODs. It'll be on YouTube.
Sweet. I'm just gonna do a little bit more scaling just to put the ears either side of the cistern where they belong, because that's gonna once again that makes sense.
Yeah, where else would they go?
Where else would they go? Yeah, I don't always like.
They could go either side of the bowl.
Either side of the. That's nonsense, Helen. Don't be ridiculous. They have to go. They have to go at the top. Like, they have to go.
Okay.
It has to be in the head. It has to have some semblance of making sense.
I understand. This is a very serious and artistic stream.
This is like, it's like I'm like the Bob Ross of this generation. This is as good as it gets.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, this generation's screwed.
God, that's something we could do. We could do a Bob Ross party.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
I do love me some parties, especially because I've never actually followed along to one of them. Apparently, they're like it's like very like it's easy to do, and you don't even have to like. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna. Merge.
Yeah, I've never done one either. I saw. Oh, what's the YouTuber's name? I think he's called Down Is Not Up or Jump Is Not Up or something. Anyway, I think.
Right.
He's all right.
There we go. Here's our elf toilet next to our failed Sanic cake with his Sanic lives in the Green Hill Zone. And I think that's where can I send this?
Incredible.
If I just I don't know, I'll create an image and then I'll just have it between us, and then that's where it can be. Okay, so
okay.
Okay.
You've got a sorry, I'm just looking at like your profile picture on Discord. It's surprisingly professional for you.
I know, right? Someone else made it. It's me over Alex's business face.
What?
Yeah, over Alex's business suit. Yeah. I think Anna made it for me, but I might be mistaken. She tends to just make a lot of things for me.
I wonder, I thought it looked professional.
I know, right? Yeah, there you go. All right. What are we going to call this? Sanic X Toilet Elf.
Ah. Match made in heaven.
I know, right?
A match made in porcelain.
A match made in porcelain. Right, I'm sending you that document so I can know where it is.
Yay!
I can go here and make sure that I've got my... God, I've got a lot of crap in this layer.
What a portfolio you're going to have.
I know. I need to tidy up all my OBS stuff because I've just got like so much stuff in it. I just don't want to do it. Like it's when you start to like build more work for yourself and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to undo that at some point. I'll just do it live. I'll just do it live on the stream, and then the thing gradually gets more hard, and you're like, oh no. Okay, shove you in.
Aww.
And then yeah, you can just live about there.
I'm very proud of what you've made
and then we'll
today.
Do a transition, and then it's
Aww.
Here it is. There. Ooh. Am I looking the right way? No. Ooh. Marvelous.
I love it.
Sweet. I'll tweet these later if people want to grab them and do whatever with them, whatever they want. I'm not fussed. And Helen, do you want to professionally plug stuff, or are you just ready to just like fall asleep and go to bed?
I feel like most people here already know where I can be found. But if not, you can find me on Twitter at Electo101, which is ALECTO101, and my Patreon's there, and most other things I'm involved in will get retweeted there.
And I'm sure we'll stream again at some point. God knows.
I'm sure we will as well.
But I had a super nice time. Thank you for chatting with me and spending a lovely evening together. Basically just catching up. Like I feel like after a while, it's very much just like, oh yeah, we'll do some drawings. We'll slap some ears on a toilet, and that'll be it.
That'll be fine. I like doing stuff where it's like stuff like golf with your friends or something, where you are doing a thing, but it's secondary to you chatting with the person.
That's the thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's.
You have golf with your friends.
I haven't got it yet, but I can get it. Like that can be.
I think that would be a nice. Maybe we'll do a secret RQ social. Yeah. Just for RQ people.
Because that's it. Because not everything that we have to do should be like broadcast to people for people to enjoy. It's like we can just enjoy it, not have to. Just not have to set all this lot up.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. It's been super fun.
Okay. I shall as well.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. And I've lost my keyboard now because it doesn't have a spaceship on it. Found it.
You got it because it was extremely big.
And it was...
And therefore...
Exactly, yeah. I always get things that are extremely big. Marvellous.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Goodbye, chat. See you later.
All right. Bye, chat.
Bye,
Chat to you later,
bye.
Martin.